Good morning, Max. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How is Paris, and how is Julien?
Julien is doing great. I talked to him recently. He seemed to be doing great. And he got fed yesterday. You know, food is a big part of my life.
Yes, we talk about it a lot.
Actually, that's true. I didn't realize it, but now that you mention it, a lot of the stories are somehow related to food. Well, then guess what? That's just another food story. And I should say I'm happy because I ate something pretty good last night, which is good. But I think I had too much of it. You know what? I have a story that's bugging me. Let me tell you that story, and you'll be the judge.
Tell me your story. Tell me this.
So this is a story about digital. No surprise here. This is a story about delivery, even though the delivery is not at fault in that story. And there is a story about food. Something going wrong with this.
My goodness, this is the Julien trifecta, I think.
Well, you'll be the judge. All right. Let me tell you. It's a very short one, actually. I happen to have my dad with me. I've had my dad with me for the past few days because the daycare got shut down because of COVID. That has nothing to do with the story, but at least you get the context. So my dad being around, I decided last night, hey, let's not just cook again. Let's order something nice that he enjoys so that we make a nice meal out of that, and he's happy. And I can thank him for taking care of his grandchild, even though he actually loves it. He doesn't need to be paid for that. But anyway, so what do? I open one of my two favorites. What do you call that? Food ordering app, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to drop any names, but I opened the first one. I searched for sushi. I find something that seems pretty nice, pretty decent, fair delivery timeline. Everything's fine. I place the order, and they reject my card. All right, I find it a little bit annoying, but then I go to another card because I want to get it done. They take the second card number and then it hangs. Nothing happens. So I close the app, I reopen it. Still the same. It's still turning and loading and nothing's happening. And they're saying, we are about to contact your bank to confirm the details. Please wait or something like this. And I know usually I have to double confirm with my bank. I receive an SMS with a code. I enter it.
Okay. All right. So that's at least the odds of somebody taking money out of this breakdown is slim.
You see where I'm going. So I say, okay, forget it. I'm not going to eat at 11 p.m. just because you're taking too long. Let's move to the other app. I usually have both to compare kind of price or timelines. And I say, okay, they're too slow. They force me to change credit card. They are not responsive. I take the other app. I find another sushi restaurant, similar stuff. So I order this kind of the same thing, similar timeline, similar pricing, similar everything. I place the order. They take the first card. It's instantaneous. Everything is fine. And then, you need to wait for another 30 minutes or so. So I go take care of my kid. I probably change a diaper or whatever. Then I receive a call. And the call is telling me, oh, I'm 5 minutes away. I just wanted to let you know that I would be arriving. Great, my food is arriving. And I get another call, but not from the same guy, telling me, hey, your order is on the way. We're about to arrive in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
Then I open the first app, and the order did go through with no way to cancel it because they were about to deliver already. So it's, too late to cancel anything or ask for a refund. So we ended up with twice the amount of sushi we actually needed. And if there is one thing you can't keep for a very long time is sushi for obvious reasons.
True.
It's not like turkey that you could freeze for another year, if you see what I mean. But so we ended up with a pretty salty bill because I had to pay. Sushi is kind of one of the expensive items you can buy on the app.
Right.
So I paid twice. Down. Exactly. So it feels like a story that could have happened to you around Christmas time, but that one was for me. That was with sushi, and And honestly, I don't know if I'm at fault or not, because I should probably have been double checking it. But really, is that my problem? The fact that it took so long. So I don't know. What do I do with that? I feel like I wasted a lot of money and food over that.
So you didn't even reach out to the company where the app hung on you and said, "Hey, here was my experience. Why do you think I would think I got an order at this point?"
I have a. I think I have an issue, which is if I feel somehow it could be my fault, I don't want to bug people. And I feel in this one, I'm not sure whether it's my fault or not. So I didn't want to start complaining to a very much innocent customer service representative who had nothing to do with my problem, and claim for money, knowing that I actually had the food. I actually ate part of it. Yeah, they fucked it up, but is that worth me complaining? I don't know. And that's why I'd love for you to tell me.
Wow, you've presented a moral dilemma here.
I have lots of this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this comes down to there are two elements here, two threads as we analyze this. The first one is there is absolutely no reason for you not to go to them and say, the app hung. I normally get confirmation from my bank to approve the payment. That didn't happen. There was no reason for me to think this was going to happen. I don't feel like I should pay for this. I think you have every right to do that. Now we get into the other discussion we've had over and over again about what's worth the trouble. Is it, as you said, you ate a chunk of it. It might have kept enough for the next day that you actually were able to have all of it. And what's the, it was not worth $10 for me to spend half an hour doing a bunch of paperwork to get a propane tank discount coupon paid. And, this is obviously probably significantly more money than that, but you got some value out of it. So I think you have the right. And I think you also have the right to decide it's more trouble than it's worth.
Okay, that sounds very fair. Well, I probably won't be calling them now because I feel it has been a while. I should have been doing it immediately when they ask for my opinion, but I'll take that into consideration next time. However, the impact is I will go to the other app first next time, and I will be using this one as a backup, and then instead of the other way around. And I think there's probably a few things they could be doing better. I'd like to move to the next phase and discuss with you on the recommendation we could be giving these types of companies. The first one for me would be, this is very much of a recurring business, right? You don't make money by having a customer buying once from a restaurant.
Right, right.
The amount of
you need
margin,
them to be doing it 3-4 times a week.
Exactly. That's when you start making money, when you get volume. So do they care about a single transaction? Probably not. So I would say bugs happen, and there could be a million reasons for that. The API is not responding, the server being, having problems. Could be just the user's Wi-Fi or signal being bad at that specific time. Could be the app that's not working because of the OS. Could be a million reasons, right? Not even necessarily their problem. However, when they detect it takes more than X second, they should probably add one more layer, which is asking the customer, are you still here with us? Should we confirm that order? Because it has been a while since you placed the order. There should be something like a safe, a system to make sure that things are working right. Because it's probably better to lose a single transaction than to lose a customer. And I feel that's kind of what happened here.
I agree. I'm not sure. I mean, without knowing the minutia of the app and the details, the question would be, did the app break down in such a way, because it could have been like you said, could have been a connectivity issue or something. Did the app break down in such a way that it would know it had broken down? Sometimes things like that happen. The app doesn't even realize it had a problem. So, I think there's app work to do. The other part of it, this is really interesting, actually. The other part of this is The other thing they really need to do is if you call and say, give them the lamest sob story in the world, oh, it was, I got the confirmation, not even your situation. I got the confirmation back and I thought I hit no, but I guess I hit yes. And golly, can you refund it? Just say yes. Just your customer service should be heavily defaulted to, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry the app gave you any trouble whatsoever, sir. Let me refund this for you. And again, because you want to keep the business. But it's interesting because to your point, you feel like you had some fault in this and you're going to feel bad calling them and asking for that. So it doesn't matter how good their refunding policy is, you're never going to cross the line to take advantage of that. So
my wife often say that I'm too honest about this kind of stuff, and that actually backfires very often. I should not be. I should be more pushy. But I felt if anything, if I'm wrong, I'm not going to bother people with this kind of stuff, and probably should go on another kind of therapy to treat that.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I'm the same way. It's I don't want to make the company feel bad and the poor person. And boy, if there's any possibility I was at fault, I don't want to have anything to do with that. So interesting discussion. How do you feel?
I feel full. I'm not going to have sushi anytime soon. And I don't know if we got lots of learnings from that. I don't know if there is a lot that can be applied, but I know personally I'm going to be looking more closely at these apps when placing an order in the future. So I guess I already feel better, and I want to thank you for that.
That's good. That's good. And I guess my last question would be, you had the two sushis side by side. Did you comparison shop, and was there any difference in the product itself?
Yes, the second one was definitely of lower quality, but I have no idea which was which, so it's not going to help me choose a better restaurant next time.
Okay.
So the two delivery guy arrived pretty much in the same time and mixed the bag. Oh. I know some of them was fair, some of them was delicious, and I have no idea which is which, but that's my problem. Well, in any case, thank you so much for your care, and I will listen to your story next week. Thank you so much, Max.
All right. Thanks, Julien. Talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.